everybody, welcome back. It's Sports Federation TV. We keep talking to you about what's happening in the sport in the Western Cape. Super exciting. Our athletes are participating every weekend. Our federations are up and running. They're, of course, making a name for themselves. And, of course, as we know, a lot of athletes are currently preparing for the Olympics and, well, all sorts of international competitions. In studio with me now is the Vice Chairperson of Western Cape BMX, Francois Bosman. Francois, nice to have you in studio, man.
Thanks for having me.
First time for you here.
First time.
Yeah. So how did you get involved with BMX?
Kids.
Yeah? Everybody has kids and then you follow the track.
Then you follow the track and
well, literally, yeah.
that helps.
Make
sure they get along as well as they can.
Have you got a home-based club where you hang out?
Yeah, we and my kids are part of Kraaifontein BMX Club in the Kraaifontein Sports Ground area. Yeah.
So when it comes to competitions, we know you guys have these special big tracks with all sorts of international regulations and so on. Is it more relaxed at a club level where the guys are just getting on with it, or is it also pretty serious?
No, I think in BMX there's nothing relaxed. Whether we're practicing is full tilt, 100%. And then I don't even think we've got that much time for club races because we're running SA events and we're running provincial events.
Yeah.
So all in all, I think we've got about 28 events a year. It's one every second weekend.
And is that do you take them to different clubs, or are they fixed venues, or how does that work?
No, it's different clubs. So we've got 3 clubs currently running in the Western Cape. We've got Overberg, which is located in Hermanus.
Yeah.
We have got Zone 7, which is allocated on Zone 7 with the motorbike guys.
That's just off the N7, yeah. It seems to be quite a popular venue.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've got Kraaifontein. And we are launching on Sunday coming Princess Flay for the southern suburbs. So that will be our 4th one in the Western Cape.
So what does it mean to launch a BMX club? I mean, there must be quite a lot of preparation and building. I've spoken to Rikus Moller, your chairperson, a number of occasions, and when they talk about preparing the grounds, it's quite a big job. It's
good. It's big, and it's costly.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of prep work that needs to go in there. It needs to be designed. Most of it is done on government property, certificates on property.
Yeah.
So there's rules and regulations that needs to be followed, and I think it's about a year.
Really?
Princess Flay is now almost going a year, and I think they're having their first open day coming Sunday.
Do you have to get bulldozers in there and like wheelbarrows? I mean, how do you?
Yeah, no, not that much handwork. It's bulldozers and excavators, and because it's a lot of ground that needs to be shifted and built, and jumps needed to be designed, making sure that they're safe, and.
How do you check that? How do you check that a jump is safe? Do you get some athletes to come and sign a waiver and say, I'm going to jump? And
No. There's no such thing. We've got a couple of test subjects that we normally use.
Yeah.
But as you go along and you start building these tracks, you know when it's a little bit peaky, when it's too round. So you learn to know the profiles.
Yeah.
And then the top, like I said, a couple of test projects that come around and say, this looks good, we can try it. And then they'll jump it in.
We see a lot of YouTube videos nowadays with guys wearing a GoPro on their head or something, going down the track. The mountain biking guys do the same kind of thing. This BMX sport is very fast now. Is there a time limit when they compete, or is it how does it work?
No, there's no time limit. We're always trying to break the time records going around. So we've got one Protea rider in the Western Cape at this moment in time, Wanga Mushani from Velakaya in Kailicha.
Yes, yeah.
And unofficially, he's got the record at our time at Kraaifontein on, it's about a 350-meter track from start to finish, 29 seconds.
Do you go once in a race, or is it laps? Like?
No, it's a one-lap race, which we call a moto, and then you've got 3 motors that you run.
Okay.
To sift out and get to your final gates, which is 8 riders.
And when you guys are doing these competitions on the weekend, for example, when you have a interclub or whatever the format is, do the athletes then participate more than once on the day, or do they just come, you do one race and you go home?
Well, it depends. Sometimes we've got double headers, like we call them. So a race consists of 3 motors and a final.
Yeah.
And when you're running a double header, you're doing 3 motors final, lunchtime for half an hour, 3 motors final. So then it becomes effectively 8 laps for the day.
So BMX has really exploded in the last few years. I mean, it's athletes, people doing it socially, obviously. I mean, nowadays you can buy yourself a little BMX bike at sports and where else. But we know there's much more advanced now. There's so many guys doing BMX social and maybe even linking into the mountain biking space. How many guys do you have when it's a typical inter-club or inter-provincial competition? How many participants would you ordinarily have taking part?
Well, in the Western Cape at this moment in time, we will be hosting anywhere between 85 and I think our top was about 108 riders.
Wow.
For an event, which is a lot if you take, we've grown from about 50
Yeah.
2 years ago
Yeah.
to, you think about 100, just over 100 sometimes now, 2 years later. And if we go to a national event, there's 3 national events, Cape Town, Joburg and Durban,
Yeah.
you're looking at about between 170 and 180 riders nationally.
So you mentioned those national events now. How are we doing as Team Western Cape? Are we beating Gauteng in KZN?
Well, to tell you the truth, after Cradle in March,
Yeah.
this is the first time that the Western Cape, I can be proud to say, we have podiumed in the 3rd position.
Really?
BMX in Durban and Joburg has never really died down. In
Yeah.
Cape Town, it almost got to an extinction level, and it's all been resurrected. And it was very evident in our prize giving last year, so 2022, we could only boast with 2 SA trophies.
Yeah.
This year, Western Cape, we brought home 20.
20 trophies.
20 trophies.
So would you? Is it fair to say Western Cape's starting to dominate?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're
What do you
definitely
need-
pushing there.
What does that mean for you guys when you say, well, not yet, but you're getting there? Okay.
So, and we are trying to utilize them and getting the kids into programs and using the clubs on Friday nights and Sundays during the day for practice sessions and really trying to teach the kids how to do this properly. And as a province, actually just trying to get back into the sport 100%.
Yeah. So like so many other sports, it comes back down to coaching. So yeah, what's your next big event now?
Our next big event would be in June. We're going to Kiba Gorge in Durban.
Kiba George in Durban.
Yes.
Do they know what the track looks like? Does the track change, or is it always the same?
This is actually quite funny. So this year, with the first one that went to Cradle, they got a Frenchman in that redid the track. So everything is going bigger, bolder, badder.
Yeah.
To ramp up the skill level for our riders when we get to go to Worlds.
Yeah.
Because our tracks was for a long time very flat and call it easy.
Yeah.
And the skill level is getting upped. So they did the same at Cradle. They're doing exactly the same for Giba. And I can be nice. It's nice to say that Zone 7 is also getting almost a complete rebuild to make sure that we are of a national standard.
Final question. If somebody's watching this now, moms or dads, normally moms or dads, and they want to join and they want to come join your club or join Western Cape BMX, what's the best way to get started?
Well, the best way to get started basically is Facebook. It's always Facebook.
Yeah.
Go to Western Cape BMX. You can go to any of the clubs that I've mentioned. They've all got Facebook pages.
Yeah.
Like it, message it. They'll put you in contact with any one of the secretaries, and you can come and watch a race. So the next race that we're doing is next Sunday.
Is it quite
at
social?
Dryfin Day.
Is it quite social on competition day? Do people get boerewors and cool drinks? And
Yes. There's always a kiosk running, burries, burgers, cool drinks, and a BO2 for dad.
Yeah.
And it's very social, but also very competitive.
Yeah, well, parents love it. On a Saturday, take the kids somewhere where they're in a safe space, having fun, and the kids obviously love it as well. So, Francois, you guys, fantastic stuff. We can't wait to get you guys back in studio. Western Cape BMX, obviously clearly flying the flag for Western Cape. And we're super proud of you. And, best of luck to the guys. And like I say, we need to get you guys back in studio in the next couple of weeks.
Anytime.
There we go.
Glad to be here. Thanks.
Lekker. There we go, folks. Francois Bosman, Vice Chair for Western Cape BMX. Just go and do a search there on Facebook. It's probably the easiest way, and get signed up. It's a fantastic way to get the kids outdoors and get them into a sporting space that they will absolutely love. And you know you're going to be in good hands, and Western Cape is dominating or starting to dominate in South Africa. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll carry on talking about sport in the province. Back in a sec.